Do ticks really jump from dogs to humans? This single question has scared countless dog owners around the world. You take your furry friend out for a walk, come home, and suddenly notice a tick crawling on their fur. And immediately, a fear flashes through your mind. What if that tick jumps on me or my kids? Well, today we're going to dig deep into this very common fear. We'll separate myths from the truth. Explore how ticks actually move, how they spread from dogs to humans, and what you really need to worry about. So if you've ever lost sleep thinking ticks might leap across the room to bite you, stay tuned, because the truth might surprise you. But before we go further, if you love your dogs and want to keep them safe, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with other pet lovers. Your support helps me bring you the best pet health tips every week. Now let's begin with the myth itself. People often think ticks are like fleas. Fleas are jumpers. They have these powerful back legs that launch them into the air, sometimes 100 times their body length. But ticks? Ticks don't have spring-loaded legs. They don't leap. They don't fly. And they certainly don't jump from one host to another. Instead, ticks are slow, patient crawlies. They rely on what scientists call questing. Imagine a tick climbing up a blade of grass, stretching out its little hooked legs, and just waiting for something warm-blooded, like your dog or even you, to brush past. When contact happens, the tick grabs on. That's it. No jumping, no leaping across gaps, no acrobatics, just a careful ambush. So here's the truth. Ticks don't jump from dogs to humans. But, and here's where the concern becomes real, they can transfer in other ways. Think about this. Your dog comes back inside after a walk. A tick is crawling on their fur, not yet attached. You sit with your dog on the couch, or pick them up, or maybe let them climb on your bed. That's when the tick may crawl from your pet onto you. Not by jumping, but simply by walking. This crawling transfer is sneaky because ticks move slowly, often unnoticed. You might feel nothing until it's already found a warm spot on your skin, like behind your knees, in your armpits, or even on your scalp. So while they don't jump, they can still end up on you. And that's why so many pet owners confuse the truth with the myth. Now let's get into the science of tick behavior a little deeper. Ticks belong to the arachnid family. Yes, the same family as spiders. Unlike insects, they don't have wings, they don't fly, and they don't leap. Their entire strategy for survival depends on patience. They wait for days, sometimes weeks, just clinging to vegetation. When they sense carbon dioxide from your dog's breath, or heat, or vibration, they prepare to latch on, and once a tick finds a host, it tries to crawl to an area where the skin is thin and blood flow is good. That's why they love spots like ears, belly, groin, or between the toes on dogs. On humans, they prefer scalp, armpits, and waistline areas. Now here's the scary part. Ticks can survive on clothing, blankets, or furniture for hours, sometimes days, which means even if they don't jump, you might still come into contact with them if your dog brings them inside. Let's clear another myth here. Some people think that if a tick is on their dog, it can sense a human nearby and leap across. Nope. The tick only goes where its tiny legs can crawl. But if you are physically close to your dog, hugging, grooming, or sleeping in the same bed, that's when the chances of transfer increase. So the real risk isn't jumping. The real risk is crawling transfer and the diseases ticks carry. And that brings us to the bigger question. Should you be worried about ticks moving from your dog to you? The answer is yes, but not because of jumping. You should worry because ticks are carriers of dangerous diseases. Let's name a few that are known to affect humans and sometimes spread from ticks on dogs. Lyme disease, caused by the bacterium Borrelia burgdorferi, leading to joint pain, fatigue, and neurological problems. Rocky Mountain spotted fever, a dangerous infection that can cause fever, rash, and even organ damage. Ehrlichiosis and anaplasmosis, which attack white blood cells, weakening the immune system. Babesiosis, which infects red blood cells, a bit like malaria. Now, dogs themselves can't transmit these diseases directly to you. But If a tick has bitten your dog and then detaches, or if another infected tick crawls onto you, that's how the chain of infection continues. So, what can you do about it? Let me share some practical prevention tips, because knowledge without action is useless. Regular tick checks. After every walk, run your fingers through your dog's fur. Pay close attention to hidden areas: ears, armpits, neck folds, tail base, and between toes. Use preventive treatments. There are tick collars, spot-on treatments, oral medications, and even natural sprays that can help keep ticks away. Talk to your vet about what's safest for your pet. Control your environment. Keep your lawn trimmed, remove tall grasses, and avoid letting your dog roam in heavily wooded or brushy areas where ticks thrive. Wash bedding frequently, both yours and your pet's. This reduces the chance of a tick hanging around indoors. Check yourself. 2. If your dog has been in a tick-infested area, check your skin and clothes as well. Ticks may crawl from fur to fabric without you realizing it. Act fast if you find one. If a tick is crawling, simply remove and dispose of it safely. If it's attached, use fine-tipped tweezers to pull it out straight. Don't twist, burn, or smother it with oil. These are harmful myths that can make things worse. Now, let's tackle another fear many people have. If my dog has ticks, does that mean my house will be full of them? Here's the truth. Ticks don't reproduce on your dog like fleas do. They need to feed on blood, then drop off to lay eggs in the environment. So your home won't suddenly be crawling with baby ticks unless a fed female has fallen off inside. And even then, controlling them is possible with good cleaning and prevention. So to summarize the truth in simple words, ticks do not jump. Ticks do not fly. Ticks do crawl. And that's how they move from dogs to humans. The real danger isn't jumping, it's disease transmission. Prevention and awareness are your best defense. And before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought. The fear of ticks jumping is just a myth. But ignoring the crawling risk can put both you and your dog in danger. By understanding how ticks really behave, you've already taken the first step in protecting your household. So the next time you see a tick on your dog, don't panic about it jumping onto you. Instead, calmly check your dog, remove it properly, and focus on prevention. That's how you keep both your furry friend and your family safe. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with other dog parents, and subscribe for more pet health tips. Together, we can bust myths, spread knowledge, and keep our pets healthy and happy. And remember, a little awareness can prevent a lot of fear.